Hi everyone, my name is Danielle. Welcome to another episode of Board Game Bakes. This week we're going to do something a little different, and we're not going to feature one game per se. It's just going to kind of be a board game and Prime Month celebration cake. So we're going to do a chocolate cake and then have all the colors of the rainbow as different layers on the inside, and then we're going to pipe rainbow swirls around the top and bottom, and then put our rainbow sprinkle meeple on top and rainbow fondant meeple on the outside. Did I mention there's lots of rainbow? Let's get started. Let's start our awesome cake the same way I start most of my cake videos, with a box cake mix or your favorite homemade recipe. I was originally going to do a vanilla cake, but the birthday girl wanted chocolate, and I actually love how it makes the colors pop. Follow the directions, except substitute a half a cup of milk for 1.5 cups of water that you need. I decided to make a cute 6-inch cake. You may like the idea too when you remember that you'll need 7 cake layers to make a rainbow cake. Line 4 6-inch pans with parchment paper. Find the total weight of your batter and divide it by 7. Put the amount in one of the pans, and then I only had 4, so I had to put double the amount in the remaining 3 pans. The pans with the double amount will be cut horizontally, and then you'll have 7 layers. Bake the double batches for 20 minutes and the single batch for about 13 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Let them cool completely before decorating or freezing. This cake is very easy to make, but also time consuming because everything has to be done for 6 colors. Make a double batch of vanilla frosting by mixing 4 sticks of softened and salted butter with 6 cups of powdered sugar. You may choose to slowly add this to prevent the powdered sugar from exploding and having a disaster. Once it's started lumping together, increase the speed to medium-high and mix for 3 minutes. Once it's nice and fluffy, add in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and 3 tablespoons of heavy cream and mix for 1 more minute. Now get 7 bowls. Put a little bit of icing into 6 of the bowls and leave at least half of the frosting in a larger bowl, and this is going to be the outside of your cake. Use food gel to color the different bowls as red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. You can just leave them in the bowls, and now you're ready to use them. Time to assemble our cake. Level all the cakes. Do your best to divide the cakes with a double batch in half horizontally. Straight lines are not really my strong point, so as long as you put the 2 halves that are from the same cake together, you're still good. Once your 7 cakes are prepped, you're ready to begin. Use a dab of icing to stick your bottom layer of cake onto a cake board, and then put a thin layer of purple frosting. We're going to go bottom to top with purple on the bottom. Add another layer of cake and the blue frosting. Continue the process of adding frosting, smoothing it out, and adding the extra to plastic wrap to reserve for your rainbow later, and then you're going to be doing this all in reverse order. So we're going to do purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. I almost had to think a second there. You'll end with a layer of cake on top too. You want to let it sit in the fridge for a few minutes to harden. Then take a serrated knife, and you want to try and make the sides of the cake as straight as you can, which is kind of straight-ish for me. Use the plain icing that you set aside to do a crumb coat on the cake. Unfortunately, it's very easy to see the brown chocolate cake crumbs on the white frosting, so this step really helps. Use your spatula and a bench scraper to get nice smooth sides, and then you want to put in the fridge for at least 30 minutes until it's firm to the touch. Time for the prettier layer, which is the remaining frosting. Try to get it as smooth as possible since there's going to be no fondant going on the outside of this cake. Now for the really fun part. Take your plastic wrap that's full of icing and roll it up like a Tootsie Roll. You may need to squish some colors together to make a ring. Once you're happy with it, cut off one edge and put it cut size down into a piping bag that is fitted with a large star tip. Give it a squeeze and you should have rainbow icing. Ooh. Use this to pipe little swirls on the top of your cake. You could do a lot of little swirls like me, or less of larger ones, which, I don't know, may work out better. I try to be mindful of how much icing I have left, which is how I want to put smaller ones. For some fun, put tons of stars around the bottom border of the cake. Do you want more rainbow? Of course you do! Take a small meeple cookie cutter and place it on the top of your cake. Fill it with rainbow sprinkles and push down gently so that they stay in place. Remove the cookie cutter and retrieve any of the rogue sprinkles that try to escape. So you can stop here and be a very pretty cake, or you can drive the board game theme home and make rainbow fondant meeples. Once you have a batch of fondant, go through and dye small blobs of fondant the different colors of the rainbow. Not really hard, but definitely takes a bit of time to get the color uniform, and do it for all 6 colors. For each color, roll out the fondant so it's 1/8 of an inch thick, and use the meeple cookie cutter, which is the same one we use for the sprinkles, to cut out 2 meeples in each color. Usually I prep a lot of fondant things before I decorate, but this you want to do right before you need them, so this way they can bend and they're not hard. With some trial and error, I decided to do 2 rainbow arches around the cake. So, pretty color, and it's tasty too. If you're looking for a board game dessert that will wow, but it's pretty simple, this is for you. Give it a try and taste the rainbow. Thanks for watching another episode of Board Game Bakes. I hope you enjoyed. This is more just like a general board game theme cake instead of focusing on a single game. But it was so beautiful and just a joyful cake. Let me know below, do you like ones that are more general just for game night, or do you like it more when it features a certain game? Keep playing games and keep them sweet. Bye!